And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're at the Jewelers Bench in downtown Elizabeth, the only full-time jewelry store in Elizabeth and Carter County. And we're here ready to go talk about graduation and Father's Day. It's hard to believe graduation's coming up. Some already have, but there are graduations coming up soon. Elizabethans tomorrow night. We're going to be streaming that for you, by the way, starting at 7:15. And also Father's Day right around the corner coming up on June the 15th. So you're talking... What's today? Today is the 15th, so basically a month from today is Father's Day. We'll give you some ideas, some gift-giving ideas. Pocket watches. They've got them here. Pocket watches are coming back. Check this out. Beautiful pocket watch. Let me show you the face. Pops open. Look at that. Love it. I got my own pocket watch from right here at the Jeweler's Bench. John engraved my favorite verse on the back, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. So he can do it on the back of this one for you as well. Look at that. Just waiting for somebody to put something on there. And again, this is one of the different pocket watches you can get here at the Jeweler's Bench. That's for less than $200. Birthdays today. Baseball Hall of Famer George Brett is 72. Baseball Hall of Famer John Smoltz having a birthday is 58. And Football Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith having a birthday. He is 56 today. Those are the birthdays here on this Thursday, May 15th. Big thank you to all the happy birthdays from yesterday. Got a bunch of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of them. So thank you. Very appreciative of what you all did was stop and out your busy days and say thanks or happy birthday, either one. So appreciate that very much, more than you know. All right, let's jump in and get a national anthem going. We got lots to talk about, and we'll take a look at high school sports coming up right after this from Faith Hill, the national anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show number 2289. We're here at the Jewelers Bench in Elizabeth.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner o'er the land of free and the
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
And back with the Tom Baylor Sports Show. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday in baseball. Hello, Dennis Bellamy. How you doing, sir? Hello to Reba Whitehead. Thank you all for watching. We're here at the Jewelers Bench. We'll be talking graduation and Father's Day. Father's Day a month from today. I want to double check on that. I'm pretty sure it is June the 15th, and it is. Yep, it is 30 days from today, Dad's Day. We just came through Mother's Day, and we've got graduation ideas coming up here. Got all kinds of watches. By the way, look at this watch right here for Dad for Father's Day. Check this out. It's a Glock, same bunch that makes the guns. Look at this cool case. And so here's the watch. This is the face of the watch. It's not cool. Look at this right here. This is awesome. What's really neat, Sherry said, and she's right, it's got two different bands. If you're a Tennessee fan, a Tusculum fan, a Milligan fan, orange and black, Elizabethan, Tusculum, Milligan, certainly Tennessee. So you got two bands, two different watch bands you can interchange with this really cool-looking face, this Glock watch. It's all right here at the Jewelers Bench. They've been selling a bunch of these. She'll be here in a second, do a little show and tell for us. So let's take a look at the high school baseball and see what's going on there. This, by the way, the price point on this is $4.99. For that Glock watch. Comes with the case and everything. Really neat. Really, really neat, I think. So, all right, here we go. You take a look at 4A baseball yesterday. Farragut defeated Dobbinsville at 10-0. Oak Ridge beat Science Hill 3-2, so they'll play today. They'll play two games if need be. Farragut will be at Dobbinsville at 4:30. Science Hill at Oak Ridge also at 4:30. And the best out of three. And so right now, both the 4A teams have their back to the wall. In 3A, I told you what was going to happen. I've seen Unicoi County multiple times this year. They can play. And Unicoi County beat Anderson County in Anderson County 2-1 the first time. Greenville beat Seymour 10-9, 11 innings in their game. So they both play today. Unicoi County at 5 o'clock at Anderson County. Seymour at Greenville at 6 o'clock. So for that game. So again, that's Unicoi County beating Anderson County 2-1. They need to get one more win. They're going to the state tournament. Bye, ladies. Great to see a couple of lovely ladies from Chinkapin Grove Baptist Church, and they're doing some shopping. Good job. Greenback University High will be playing tomorrow. North Green and Colville tomorrow. Those are in single A's. Providence Academy defeated North Point Christian 10-0 yesterday in their game. So you got Unicoi County in the driver's seat right now. They lead over Anderson County. They'll play that second game at 5 o'clock and the third game, if necessary, at 7:30 tonight at Anderson County. I'm not sure who he pitched last night. Either pitched Cutler or Colby Jones, or maybe Wainwright. I'm not sure. But Chad Gillis knows what he's doing, obviously. And so they got a chance to get to the big show. They're one win away from doing that. In softball, the rainouts finally got played. Dobbinsville beat Morristown East in softball 13-3. So DB will play Science Hill in Johnson City for the Regional 1 4A softball championship tonight at 6 o'clock in Johnson City. Yesterday, Unicoi County beat Crockett 2-1 in a dandy in Jonesboro. So Unicoi County wins the region. They'll be at home next week. And Crockett will travel to sectional. In 2A softball, Alcoa shuts out Eagleton Academy 14-0. And in single A, North Green defeats Hancock County in softball. Regional girls softball 1A tournament play. The final there was 7-3 in favor of the Lady Huskies of North Green. Now you get into soccer. Soccer plays today. You have the AAA championship, Jeff County and Sevier County. The AA championship, Crockett will play Tennessee Heights to Stonecastle at 5:30 this evening. And then you'll take a look at the single A. Pigeon Forge will play Gatlinburg Pittman. All that going on today in the soccer. Southwest Virginia baseball for today. Let's see what's going on for yesterday. Abington beat Gate City 8-0. Union defeated Y Central 6-3 in Southwest Virginia baseball. In softball yesterday, Abington all over Gate City. Football score 14-0. Lady Falcons win decisively over Gate City in that one. And in the boys soccer from Southwest Virginia, what do you got going on there? You've got one today. Gate City guys and girls play at Lehigh. So that's what's going on in Tennessee and Virginia high school sports. We're winding things down, but again, keeping our fingers crossed, some of our local teams can do what they need to do to get on down to the state tournament next week in softball and baseball, the spring fling down in Murfreesboro. Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're on the road again. As we are, let me give the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross, and today certainly no different. Out of the book of Isaiah today, it's a good one. They're all good, but this one is... There again, if you're having a tough time, having a tough day, look at it from this standpoint. Here's a great verse to help you out with it. Isaiah 41:13 says, For I am the Lord, your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says, Do not fear, I will help you. Whew. For I am the Lord, your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, Do not fear, I will help you. It's awesome. That's the verse today here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Isaiah 41:13 is the verse today. We'll take a look at some Major League Baseball, and also Sherry's here in a few minutes. She'll come do her first segment of Show and Tell. Mrs. Feathers got us loaded up over here. We got all kinds of goodies. Take a look at for graduation and for Father's Day. We'll do that right after this from the Jewelers Bench here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Our buddy Sherry Holtzclaw, the owner of the Jewelers Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores. Why trade at the Jewelers Bench?
So we've been in business for 26 years. John is the jeweler. Everything is done here. It stays here. We do not send anything out. You know, you go and buy from Zales or somewhere like that, you've got to send it off, and it's 4 weeks or whatever. But if you have any issues with your pieces, then he's here, and you can talk to him face to face. You know, we've got great employees, great customers that have become pretty much family, and we are, you know, like you had mentioned, on some of second generation of people coming in, and you know, it just, I think it says a lot being in business in a small town for almost 26 years.
Yep, you served your mom and dad, and now the kids are grown up, and you're serving them now, take care of their jewelry needs as well. So, I mean, they're running the full slate: watches, rings, Pandora. Oh gosh, what else? You got the Glock. You got the Bearing watches. You got the G-Shocks. What else you got? What other watches?
So we have watches. So you said Citizens, Bearing, G-Shock. That's I've got a new some new bearings coming in soon.
So, full line of watches, full line of everything you need right here. The full-time jewelry store with the jewelry repair. The Jewelers Bench. Hours are open.
So we're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Great sponsor. Been at it a long time. We love promoting the Jewelers Bench right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. There she be. She's in the house. Hello, lady. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Glad to be here.
Me too.
Always like to work with this young lady right here. She's awesome. So, hello, Carl Wilson. How you doing? Hello, Rick down in Pensacola. So we got through Mother's Day. We're now on to Father's Day and graduation. Father's Day is exactly 30 days from today. So we have tons of things for Dad for Father's Day, but we'll do graduation. It's chronologically first. I know Elizabeth's tomorrow night. We're going to stream it for you, by the way. We're going there at 7:25. It is scheduled to be outside of the football stadium. We'll see if that holds up with the rain coming. So I don't know how that's going to go. But either way, either indoor or outdoor, we're going to stream it. We'll have it for you in its entirety right here on the Tom Dooley Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. So we'll have that tomorrow night. So a lot of high school graduations over the next couple of weeks. ETSU, I think, was last week. Milligan was this past weekend. So the graduations have come. Some have gone, but you can still get them something for graduation. Never too late to get a graduation gift, right?
Never too late.
Never too late. So you want to start? I'll hold this.
Sure. And we're going to do
I get to be your Vanna?
graduation first, right?
Yep. We're going to put that right there.
Okay.
I'm going to be your Vanna. Make sure I don't hit knock anything off. So we're going to start with, I love it, E. Newton's, $68. Love it. Tell us about these, would you please?
So these are the E. Newton. Those are in silver. The ball, the hoops with the ball look,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, I think you said those were $68.
$68. Yep. It's
I
graduate.
mean, and a lot of this is under $100.
Oh,
so
yeah. Most of
it's
them are.
very affordable,
Little pink
and everybody loves E. Newton.
E. Newton. Here we go.
And these are the little pink cross studs, and those are
$25.
Yep.
Look at that. Love it.
And then
Love
up
it, love
next, let's do the necklace and bracelet
Okay.
because it'll match.
$48.
That's the cross necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it originally comes in a 15-inch, maybe 16, but there's also an extender too if you need one.
Mr. Baseball joins us top of the hour talking Major League Baseball. Let's see. This is for $36. Tell us about this one.
So this is the cute cross bracelet with the gold beads, the 14-karat gold field beads, and great for stacking all the bracelets, but it's got the pink crosses on it.
So this is 36. That's 48, and this is 25. To give you an idea, get all three combos. It'd be a good thing to get. This is a little
Paw print.
paw print. Okay, let me put that right there, and this goes for $48.
And this is in the gold.
Mm-hmm. Still very popular, isn't it, E. Newton?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very popular.
Flies out the door.
Sell a ton of them.
Hoop earrings. Ladies look good in hoop earrings. That's my personal opinion. $68. Yeah, those are gold. Tell us about those, please.
Yep. Those are the oval elongated hoops.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dana got those for graduation.
Did you really?
Yeah, Kaylee got them for her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Always helps to buy from the store Mom
It
works.
does.
The family-owned
My
store.
kid.
That would be good. All right, let's do some more E. Newtons before we get into the. So these they come
So
together.
these are the silver. No, these are
Yep.
all separate, but you can stack them. They
Sure.
look really cute. Stacked.
And it goes for $68.
So this is in the silver,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the bigger balls with the smaller in between.
Just the one size. Is this one size fits all, kind of, sort of?
Pretty much. There's two
Different
sizes.
sizes.
So there's the regular size, and then there's the extend size. So
There's no one to show you. Again, the camera doesn't do it justice. It always looks better in person.
always prettier in person.
Always pretty in person. Yep. And this goes for
That one's
52.
52.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Give you some gift giving ideas. What we're doing here. All
And
right.
if you see something, want a better picture, send a text, and I can also send you a picture by
Mhm.
text.
Okay, let's go with this one right here. This is a necklace. This retails for $138.
This is a great necklace to stack with,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the 14-karat yellow gold
Mm-hmm.
field.
We're here at the Jeweler's Bench. You see on the screen. The only full-time, full-service jewelry store in Elizabeth and Carter County. They got customers all over the place. So I know you got one in Kingsport now. Sheila came over and bought those unicorn earrings that I'm sold. So she probably passes probably no less than 4 or 5 jewelry stores between here and Kingsport to come to the Jeweler's Bench. So she said, I got great customer service. So
Yep,
from Lisa. So there you go. Mrs. Simmerly took care of her. $128 for this. Tell us about this,
and
please.
that one is the sterling silver
Mhm.
beaded necklace. There again, it's a great necklace to stack with.
Mm-hmm. Then you get into
Rings. I got several different styles of rings.
Now, there's no way the camera's going to show you what this does, but to give you an idea a little bit.
And that kind of has the ball shape, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, elongated. It's like an elongated beaded shape.
Mm-hmm. So, by the way, I like your watch. Looks really nice.
Thanks. That's a Glock watch.
It's a Glock watch.
Yeah.
But up there where you can see it, looks very, very nice. So,
Thank you.
never seen you wear that before. This goes for $35. Tell us about this ring, please.
And that one is a E. Newton stackable ring, and I have these in 3 different sizes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 different sizes, but those are great to stack with too.
Get them in silver. Okay, here's another necklace. This goes for $102. E. Newton. So, pearls. What you
Is
call
that one? Yeah, pearls.
Pearls. See, she's learning me after all these years. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So, there you go. Pearls.
And that one has a cross on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's on the end of the clasp, but super cute.
Mm-hmm.
And
102.
102. Yep.
Yep. Let's pick out, let's do one more here. And so, this one's a turquoise, I guess, kind of, sort of. And this retails for $58. Would you say it's turquoise?
It's a turquoise color, yeah.
Yeah, turquoise
So
and
it's
gold.
got, yeah, kind of braided through
Mm-hmm.
the gold. And I've got those in turquoise, pink, off-white,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lighter pink.
Yep.
Those are really cute.
Hello to Terry Turner Muse. I think I went to school with you in West Virginia. Pretty sure I did. So, hello to Terry.
Terry likes her some E. Newton.
Does she?
Yeah,
Oh, good. You know her?
I do know Terry.
You know Terry Muse?
Uh-huh.
Oh, then she's not the one I went to school with. I went to school with Terry Turner, but didn't know she got married. Or what? I lost track of her. So Terry's local.
Yep, Terry's local.
Sorry, Terry. So we know you, or she knows you. I don't know you, but I'm sure you're a great lady. So this goes for $58. Love my E. Newton. Look here. She says, I love my E. Newton from Jeweler's Bench.
Yep.
What a ringing endorsement. I love it. Tell us about that one, would you please? You hold that. I forgot to get my bell out of the bag. We got to hit the bell. Go right ahead. I'm listening.
So this one is a braided, one of the off-white braided ones, like the pink one that we showed you
Mm-hmm.
just earlier.
There we go. We hit the bell. Terry says, I love my E. Newton from Jeweler's Bench. Love it. Okay. Let's go a colored, gold and colored this time instead of a solid.
And she said, nope, University High.
University High.
Yeah.
So, hello, Linda Daughtery. How you doing, lady? This retails for $38. Tell us about this, would you please?
And this is one of the new spring lines. It's got the turquoise color, the white, the pink, and the blue. Super cute. And said you can't really see it, but
But you get an idea. Yep.
yeah, you get an idea.
It's prettier in person.
Always.
I love lockets. This is really cool. This will pop open too, won't it?
It will, yeah. You can
Yep.
put your picture in it.
Look there. Too cute. Too cute. Hello, Kent Farr. How you doing, sir? Kent Farr, I think you're in Fresno, California, but I'm pretty sure you watch the Cyclone ball games all the time. And Linda Pierce, you're in Ohio. And Carl Wilson, you're in Kingsport. So there you go. Thank you, kids. Yep, she says she's watching from Ohio. You can ship to
So
Ohio,
Kent
too.
is my aunt's brother.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
He watches every game in Fresno, California, the Farrs.
Yep.
Yep. So he's watching way yonder out there on the left coast. So thank you, unless he's in town. So this is, so you can put a picture inside of this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll lock it. And it goes for $150. Love it from right here. I can tell you I got the girls E. Newton's at Christmas, and they went bananas over it. So it's, and older ladies, high school girls, college girls, older women, they love E. Newton.
Everybody loves them.
Yeah.
It's good for everybody.
58.
Yep.
Okay.
And
tell us-
that is the pink with the
we showed you the turquoise
with the yellow
braid.
and pink braided through.
Jeremy Marlin, Johnson City watching. Thank you, sir. Now let's go to do a couple more pearls. This one's got a little cross on it. Shania Twain's going to be on here in a few minutes. I'm excited about that. We talked her into doing it. $38 with this has a little cross on it. So that's pretty too, isn't it?
Yep.
Again, I'm using my suit coat as a backdrop so you can see the cross, but these are little white pearls. That may be my fave. That's really cute.
Yeah, very pretty.
$38 for that, folks. Love it. And let's go with one. Let's go a couple. Check these out. These are gorgeous. These are not E. Newtons, but these are beautiful. Tell us about these, would you please?
So these are
Mm-hmm.
lab-grown diamond studs,
Mm-hmm.
and they are, let's see, 3/4 carat total
Mhm.
weight
Mm-hmm.
in white gold, and they're $475.
Love it. $475. Watching now. Love your shows, Tom. Can't thank you. You're very kind. Thank you, Mr. Farr. Thank you very much. I love it. In Fresno, California. Thank you, sir. So, and we ship too, right?
We do ship.
We can ship it right out there to him. So,
Yep, I shipped a Mother's Day present to Charlotte
did you really? Love it.
last week. I done a ring for a couple in Alabama.
There you go.
And so that was hand delivered to them on Tuesday.
Love it. And just helped two ladies here from Chinkapin. So
Yep.
we're local, we're regional, we're out of state. We can ship it anywhere in the world. We just go where it needs to go. So this is Pandora's, is it not?
It is. And this is the Pandora graduation charm with the pink heart. And it's $52?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$52. Love it.
And it's got 2025 on it.
Mm-hmm. So you got a few of those in stock. Still have the special going on. If you purchase up to $150, you get the silver. If you go to $225, you get the gold. Correct? That's what Mrs. Simmerly told me. So, am I correct?
You're
Look.
correct.
She's a
I've
hoot.
slept since then.
Yeah, that's it. She's a hoot. That's what I've been saying on the ad all the time, so that's
Yeah.
what I wrote down.
Yeah.
This one goes for $45. Tell us about this one.
That is the stethoscope.
It's kind
So
of,
if you got a nurse graduating, RN, LPN,
yep. Love it.
BSN,
Love it. So, we got one of those, don't we?
we do.
Yeah, we're
We
very
do.
we're very proud of her.
We
too.
had one graduate Saturday.
Yeah, we're very proud of her. Hello, Jennifer Murphy. That's a new name. Thank you, Jennifer, for watching. So this is the cap and gown graduation.
Yes, that's
Pandora's?
in the plated charm,
Mm-hmm.
and it's $75.
Let me show you that one. Again, it's prettier in person. Just to give you an idea, these are thought starters, but this is for the graduate. Inside it says 2025, does it?
Hats off to
Hat-
you, I think.
hats off to
something
you.
Like that.
Okay, there you go. Mr. Baseball will be here in a few minutes talking Major League Baseball. Evan Carter starting again tonight for the Rangers. So, $80 for this one. Tell us what this is.
So this is a birthstone charm, and we've got them, of course, in all colors from January to December.
Because Emerald is the month of May.
That's right,
How do I know that?
because you're learning. I've taught you well, Tom.
Yes, you have. Yes. And May's my birthday month.
Happy birthday.
It was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
No, it's okay.
Happy
Today's my
birthday.
Thank you.
Yesterday.
Yeah, early for next year. Thanks to everybody who said happy birthday too. It's awesome. So very very kind. All right, a couple more here. This is for $54. Tell us about this one, please.
So this one's sterling silver with the pearl-like beads.
Mm-hmm. So obviously, lots of options, lots of price points. You can come in and spend anywhere from $150 down to, we got some of it for $16. Whatever it takes to take care of the need, fill the bill, if you will, solve the problem. Because we're problem solvers here. We're
That's
gonna
right,
get something for
we try.
graduation. We got just the thing to help you. Feel like I'm on staff here. I asked John if I could be put on payroll. He said no. So okay, actually he didn't, but he's a good guy. He's back there busy today, isn't he?
He is.
Got him back there working.
Always busy.
Jewelry repair. One more to show, please. Tell me about this.
So this is one of the new spring ones, and it's got the pink and yellow
Mm-hmm.
gold beads.
Now, if you want to go graduation route, we can do that too, because this is for the ladies, right? No, this is for the guys.
Well, that's a guy's.
Yeah.
But like the one I've got on is ladies, and I do have it in stock too. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
She's got
always
all
do
kinds of
that.
watches over here too.
And I just got some new bearing ones in, so we got lots of options, and you can also have them engraved on the back.
Mhm.
The majority of them.
Got me a pocket watch last Christmas a year ago, and I got John to put my favorite verse on it. during the break, I'll pull down my pocket and show you. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 on the pocket watch. Pocket watches are coming back a little bit, depending on personal preference. So there for a while, nobody really wore them, but I'm seeing more and more of them coming back. So it's kind of a throwback to when you were a kid. Your granddaddy, your daddy used to have pocket watches, and so matter of fact, let me show you this one right here. I like this one. If I needed one, I'd get this one right here. This is really neat. Got the black face on it. See there? And John could engrave something on the back of this for you or to give to somebody. This one retails for $196, $194 as a matter of fact. So, and this is who makes that one?
Charles Hubert.
Yeah, him, Charles Hubert. So there you go. Pocket watch with the stamp on the front. Check the front of it. Really sharp. They have them in silver and gold. There's one. Let's do one more here. I'm now on staff at the jeweler's bench, so okay, $165 for this one. Plain front, plain back. But check on the inside. That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Very pretty.
It shows how it's working, I guess, on the inside, right?
Yep, that's the guts.
Thank you.
Shows the guts.
Shows the guts, the wheels, what makes the clock go around, the hands go around and around. Check that out. It's really cool. And the front is plain. So you want to engrave something on the front or on the back. So now these do need batteries, don't need batteries.
That one does not need a battery.
It just runs
so
on.
It's an automatic. It's a wind up.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you wind it.
And this one is a battery.
That one is a battery.
Yep. So a couple of gift giving ideas for Father's Day, 30 days from today. And also, obviously, a lot of graduation gifts, ideas for graduates. Primarily, these are for the ladies, of course, graduation gifts. So, but you can go either way with the watches for graduation for the guys. We've got crosses.
Yeah, and we got guys stuff coming up next.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that'll be good for graduation or Father's Day.
Yep.
So
We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll take a look at some sports. And then we've got Shania Twain's coming in. Dana Malone wouldn't be her world debut. You've done this before, haven't you? You've done it a lot of times. Yep. This is on her last month. So I just get excited. I just get giddy when I come to the jeweler's bench. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this. Hours are open, by the way.
So Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Social media,
Facebook and Instagram.
and the website is
Jeweler'sBenchTN.com.
There you go. Love it. Love it, love it. The only place where I get jewelry, right here. Naked Bee, get it right here. The Warmies, get them right here. What are the Warmies, you ask? I'll have Shania Twain bring one during the break. But those are the guys, little animals you put in the microwave and heat them up. Make great gift. That'd be a good graduation gift, too, for somebody. So we'll do that. We'll come right back with more. We'll take a look at some more sports. The NBA last night, Celtics, wow, thought they were done since Jason Tatum got hurt, blew out his Achilles tendon. Nope, they win last night. We'll talk about that next on the Tom Taylor Sports. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled, and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time-consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
it's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Miller Sports Show, back here live at the Jewelers Bench. Dana's going to join us coming up next with some ideas for Dad for Father's Day crosses and watches. She's going to join us here in a second. All right, let's go to the NBA. The Boston Celtics, they're still alive against the Knicks. Again, Tatum blows out his Achilles tendon. And the defending world champion, NBA champ Celtics, you thought, okay, they're in trouble. Well, they may still be. They stepped up last night to beat the Knicks 127-102, beat them by 25 when they weren't even close. Have a chance to move to the Eastern Conference Finals tomorrow night. They'll play it again in Game 6 in New York. Derek White, 34. Jaylen Brown, 26 for the Celtics. So Josh Hart led the Knicks with 24. Jalen Brunson scored 22. So the Knicks will try to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years since 2000. They'll do it tomorrow night. Celtics, meanwhile, trying to avoid becoming the sixth straight reigning NBA champion to get knocked out of the second round or earlier, which is an interesting stat. No defending champ has made it beyond the second round since the Warriors and Golden State did it back in 2019. Speaking of, they got eliminated last night, so their season's over. The Minnesota Timberwolves win that series 4-1. Curry and the boys gave it all they could, but Steph Curry's out. That was a big difference maker, of course. One of the best all-time greatest players with a hamstring pull. And so Julius Randle led Minnesota with 29 points. So they, again, take care of Golden State to move on now. And they will play the winner of the tonight series between Oklahoma City and Denver. The Thunder lead at 3-2 against the Nuggets. They'll play that tonight in Denver. And so, is that right? They're in Denver tonight? Oh, am I right? Well, put my glasses on. Yeah, they play in Denver. That's what I thought. Playing Denver tonight. So, but the Nuggets trail 3-2. So they got to try and win tonight to tie it up to force to go back to Oklahoma City over the weekend. So Celtics are out. The Golden State Warriors are out. So now the Celtics still alive. I'm sorry. So now you have Indiana waiting for the winner of the Celtic Knicks series, and the Timberwolves now wait for the winner of the Oklahoma City Denver series for the Western Conference Finals. The Knicks and the Pacers or the Celtics will play for the Eastern Conference Finals. So there you go. Hello, Chris Carter. Hello to Homa Falver. That's a brand new name. Thank you for watching the show. We're here at the Jewelers Bench. We'll take a quick break. Our whole thing's doing show and tell in between our segments of sports, obviously, because we're at the Jewelers Bench and they're the sponsor. So we want to showcase while we're here. Tomorrow we'll showcase groceries. We'll be at Food City tomorrow. Tomorrow's show will be $22.90. Today is 2,289 show. We started this 10 years ago. If you're tuning in for the first time, we do it every day, 5 days a week from 11 to 1. And so we'll take a break, and she's here ready to show you warmies, ready to show you crosses and some watches, give you some ideas for Dad for Father's Day, because Dad's Day, as we said, is exactly 30 days from today. High school football, they're one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports. We will be there ready to go in 99 days. Countdown's on. Inside of 100 days. Wow, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable how fast it's going. So, it's like the other day, it was Christmas, and now we're talking Memorial Day weekend coming up next weekend. It's hard to believe. Quick break. We'll be right back. Ready to go with Miss Dana. She's going to do a little show and tell from right here at the Jewelers Bench on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Okay.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
And back at the Tom Total Sports Show, she is here. Look at her. Oh, Smiley. Let's get her right here. Congratulations, by the way. Boy, Sherry's got muscles. She put that thing way down that stand hard. There you go. Your mama's got muscles. There you go.
She does.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Tom?
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Graduated. So, from where? With
From
what?
ETSU with my BSN. So that's a bachelor's in nursing.
Perfect. Where we're going? Got a job, don't we?
Yes, I'm going to be working at Bristol Regional Medical Center
Awesome.
hmm
In the ICU unit.
in the ICU unit.
Very proud of you. So, she'll be good at whatever she does. She has a big future ahead of her. So, we're still getting hitched up in December. That's the
We're
plan.
looking at October.
Oh, October. We're going to move it up.
October.
Oh, I love it. No, it wasn't ever December. It was always October, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. So I got you mixed up with somebody else. You get married in October, which is, this is 5. That is 10. About 5 months from now, you're going to be hitched.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. She is too. She's ready. All right. So we got
I'm
warmies.
ready. We have warmies.
All right. Graduation gift. Maybe
Yeah.
a Father's Day gift. I don't know. I mean,
That would be perfect for like a little baby or a toddler because it's one of the smaller ones.
little elephant.
Little elephant, yeah.
You put it in the microwave, depending on what your rating is in your microwave, either 20 or 30 seconds, and it stays
Yeah.
warm for an hour or two. So that's an elephant. Okay.
Then we have this big bear, which would be good for our graduates. I
Mhm.
know especially the women love the warmies. I have one and I love it.
Yep. I got the granddaughters one for Christmas. They loved them. They both got a,
Yep.
one got a moose, one got a bear, and they love them. They sleep with them every night. They heat them up, and even in the summertime, sleep with them. So,
Yep. And they do have a faint lavender scent. And this would be like a neck wrap. So good for mom or dad, you know?
snuggable, huggable, lovable, soothing, warm, and comfort for a graduate. Be good for graduates.
Yeah, it would. Stress from finals and getting into college.
Amen.
You know?
So if your dad would buy you one of these, you'd wear it, wouldn't you? Your mom?
I would.
Put it in the
I'd use
microwave,
it.
put it around your neck. So
Mhm.
There it shows what it does, how you can use it. So these are available here at the Jeweler's Bench. They're called warmies. And so there you go. Put those over there.
Yeah.
All right, now we got, I'll hold this while you get what you need to get. So, all right.
We got a couple of cross necklaces here.
So let's start with, we'll go this way. So we'll start with that one up top. Tell me that. I'm going to put it up to the screen so they can see it.
Okay.
Can I take it out?
Yeah, you can take it out.
You sure? You're
Yeah.
not going to drop it, bust it, or anything? So, okay, this retails for $120. Name of the
So-
company is,
Italgem.
yep, Italgem. There you go. Cross
Yeah.
for Dad for Father's Day.
So-
Very nice.
All these are stainless steel, and I'm going to say that one's plated in gold. It
Yep.
has a black inlay in the cross.
This is $99. Tells
Yeah,
it,
so
look at that one I'm going to put up on the screen.
stainless steel again.
Yep.
It has CZs in it. These are great either for a guy that is graduating
Mm-hmm.
or dad for Father's Day.
Yep. That's got some bling to it. You
It
can't.
does have some bling to it.
The computer camera would not show that, or did not show that. Okay, here's a different kind of black and
Yeah.
this goes for 120. Let you look at it. I'm going to describe it.
So
You're going to describe it. Ready?
with that one, you have the black steel chain,
Mm-hmm.
the kind of gray inlay in the gold plated steel.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. Got 3 more to show you. Let's go up here to the top. This one goes for 100 and print small 99.
$99.
Actually, $99. There's what it looks like.
So,
I'm going to
yeah.
let you describe it.
This again has the plated chain with the plated cross, and the cross has some like design inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Really like that, and
Yep.
it's not one of those like too blingies. I feel like it's just enough, especially for a man if he's not looking.
That's for $99.
Mhm.
Okay, then we go to this one. This goes for $90. Let you look at it.
So-
You, pretty much the same thing except
Yes,
it's silver, right?
it is pretty much the same thing as the last one we showed, except in just this steel.
Stainless steel.
Yep.
Yep. Silver, stainless steel. Okay, we got one more to show you. These are the crosses for graduation or for Father's Day or both. Okay. Oh, this is a different chain too. So this retails for $99. So there's the chain. There's the cross. You ready to describe it? Here we go.
Let's see. This one has kind of a black inlay, kind of with like a molten look, I would say.
It almost looks like they're trying to mimic the old rugged cross. It's almost like looks like the bark of the cross, kind of, sort
That's
of.
a good description too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this steel chain with it.
Mm-hmm. And that goes.
That one is very cool.
That one goes
different.
22-inch, black polished, hammered, white-edged cross. What it says for $99. So there you go. Those are cross options. There's a whole lot more. We just thought we'd do those. I'll let you figure it.
Yeah. We do have quite a few more choices.
Okay, I'm going to hold that. You can move that. We'll let you. We're here live at the Jewelers Bench in Elizabeth. And coming up, Mr. Baseball, talking the obvious. Baseball, there's lots to cover. Red hot teams right now. That would be the Minnesota Twins, hottest team in the bigs. Okay, we'll swap, and I'll put this right here.
Got a few more just plain necklaces.
Let's show this
Here.
one first, and this one goes for, this from the same company, Ital Gem, ITALGEM, which I think is short from Italian Gem, Ital Gem, for $150. Tell us about this
So
one.
again, that's your gold-plated steel. It does have an interesting pattern on the links, which I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good just to wear plain on the neck, or you could even add, something like a cross or something else to it if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Put that right there for the time being. Okay, let's go to this one. This one's kind of sort of the same. Goes for $180. Describe this one for us.
All right. So that one is still just kind of silver, but it is still the links on it. You can see it has the bars in the middle. It's a very interesting link.
Mm-hmm. $180. And the last one is a black chain, and it goes for stainless steel black for $150. Figaro link is what it says. So
Yep.
what's a little bit
That
heavier
is your
too.
Figaro, it is a heavier chain, and then it has kind of like the black inlay with some of the silver spots on it.
Mm-hmm. Looks really good.
So-
Very nice. These are
It's very
options for
nice.
graduation
Or Father's Day.
or Father's
still.
Day. Yeah, either or.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to look real quick at some watches, and I'm going to put these back here. We're going to swap it out. You're going to give me the mic. I'm going to give you the, what do you call that little thing? The little display, I guess.
Little neck. That's just what I call it.
Okay.
Neck display.
Okay. We got several watches to choose from here, so
We do have several to choose from.
we're going to put this. We're going to swap and put it right here, so we don't mess anything up, knock anything off air.
That would be my luck, Tom.
No, that's my luck. So trust me, I do it all the time. So here we go. Is this a bearing?
This is a bearing watch.
Bearing watch, and it goes for.
Let's see.
Print's too small for me.
It goes for $239.
$239. Let's show this,
Yeah.
and you describe it. Would you please?
All
There
right.
you go.
So here you have the blue face of the watch with the black band and the black kind of outer face.
Mm-hmm.
It is a solar watch.
Yep.
So it runs off of
Sun,
sun. Yes.
obviously. Solar
and
watch.
then you really don't have to get those batteries replaced a lot because there's still a cell in the watch, but
Mhm.
it lasts quite a while. Your normal watches usually last about 6 months. That'll last about a couple of years at least.
Okay. This is another bearing.
So that is another solar.
Solar watch, and let's see what it is here.
That one is also $239.
All right, let's show this one. What kind of band is that, by the way? Would it be a metal band? It's
Yeah, it is like a metal
mesh.
band.
They're calling it
Mesh.
stainless steel mesh band. Okay. There's another face. That's another totally
Yeah.
different watch and bearing.
That one is a navy blue all around.
Yep.
with the kind of bigger white numbers.
Mm-hmm. Stainless steel
So
mesh
that's good.
band for $239. Okay. Let's do this one. This is a bearing, totally different style. This goes for $279. So tell us about this. Is a different kind of bearing.
So that one has the black face, and it has a little bit more on it than the other two that we have shown.
Mm-hmm. It's got three different three different
Yes,
clocks
it
on
does have
inside.
three different clocks on the inside.
I'm not sure what they are, but there's three different clocks. You'll know
I
what they
can
are.
tell.
Yeah. Hello, Carol
Okay.
Williams. How you doing, lady? Hello,
So
Chris
you
Carter.
have an hour. I'm gonna say that's. Let's see, that would be seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be your days.
So days, seconds, and hours, all inside the watch. Let me show you what we're talking about here. There you go. So that's the watch. All right. That's a bearing. Let's give you. We'll do.
We have a couple of citizens
Still
on
citizens
here.
in here, but then we'll let you take a break. And this is an elastic band. This is a Citizens, and this goes for $119. And this is what this looks like.
So that is one of our two-tone watches. The band both has like a silver and a gold on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the face has the gold rim with the and the white face.
Mm-hmm. $119.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do one more.
Mhm.
You pick. Pick one we can do, and we'll do the rest of them here in a little while. Mr.
I think
Baseball's here.
This one's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's different than the others
Oh,
that
it
we have
is.
shown.
And this is a Citizens.
This is also Citizens.
And this goes for
$850.
$850, and this is different. Wow. This
Yes. So that is a Citizens Eco Drive,
Mm-hmm.
and it has radio controls on it.
What does that mean? Let me show the face of this.
I'm honestly not really sure. I'm not too much of a watch person, but that would be good for like your watch loving dads.
I'm gonna
I
set,
know we have quite a few that come in here.
I'm gonna set
that
this over
just-
to the side and let your mom, when she gets back, say
Yeah,
it's radio
she'll
control.
probably-
She'll know
yes.
what it is.
She'll know more about it than I do.
She's not full time. She works here, but she's not full time.
No, not full time.
But Mama is. So all these watches, I'm going to leave these here because those are the ones we didn't do.
Yeah.
We got 2, 4, 6. Got 7 more watches to show you in a few minutes. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. Thank you, Dana Malone. You're a
Alright,
sweetheart.
Thank you.
She's so good. Congratulations on your graduation and your job at
Thank you.
Bristol Regional Medical Center. She'll be up there
Yeah.
taking care of folks. We're going to take care of folks right now with Big Dan's at Big Dan's Barbecue. Right after this, we'll be right back with Mr. Baseball, Greg Salyer, talking baseball. Normally with us on Wednesday. He's with us today at the Jewelers Bench here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Dan's Barbecue.
We care about our product, and we do it all ourselves in-house. I make all the rub, all the sauce, and the reason I got in barbecue is I'm pretty much obsessed with it. I went to college for drafting, but when the economy crashed, I got laid off and ended up opening in 2010, and I've been doing it full-time ever since.
Hours are open.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday. We're open on weekdays 11 to 8 and Friday and Saturdays on till 9 p.m.
How do we find you on social media?
My Facebook page, Big Dan's East Tennessee Barbecue. I got somebody working on a website, but
And it-
it's not ready yet.
And then the phone number is?
423-542-2272, and we're in the 3rd block downtown on the left.
There you go. One of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Big Dan's Barbecue in downtown Elizabethton. We're back with the Tom Miller Sports Show. He normally is with us on Wednesday. He had other things going on yesterday, so he's with us today. Mr. Baseball, is your mother watching?
She's watching.
Tom, you're so goofy. Okay. Ev, you need one of these watches. I'm just telling you. Mother's Day's come and gone. You need a watch. Does she wear a watch? Is she a watch
Yeah,
lady?
she wears a watch.
All right. We got all kinds of goodies over here, Ev.
Yeah.
Ev, you need them. You need to come over here and shop. You need to have your son bring over here and cough up some of that money and get you something nice for Mother's Day belated, or just because you're his mama. How about that? I'm trying to spend your money.
You are.
Yeah.
I like being here at the jeweler's bench because it's the only time I'm taller than you on the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Only time I'm taller than you ever.
Yeah,
For
it's
anything.
true. It's true. Because I'm in this little chair and you're up there on the stool. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Sandra and Mark Potter. Thank you for watching the show. So here we go. We got lots to cover in baseball.
Oh yeah.
So we start with the obvious. Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson reinstated.
Mm-hmm.
Some are again it. Bart Giamatti's son said, the commissioner who banned Pete Rose said, it's a definite strike about the integrity of baseball. It's going to ruin baseball. On and on he went. Others say it's long overdue. Others I've been reading on Facebook, they're all over Rob Manfred. They waited till he died to put him in, or to excuse him rather,
Yeah.
to reinstate him. So they said, it's kind of a low blow to wait till the guy died. So
Yeah.
What do you think?
Nobody's happy.
no,
Nobody's
happy. No.
Yeah.
Are you happy? What's your take?
All right, so I have a real interesting take on it because, I'm a Reds fan, and everybody knows that, and so I'm anxious to see what happens with the Hall of Fame, which we probably won't know that till 2028, because they're not going to put Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson on the regular ballot, even though they've never had the opportunity to be on the ballot, which I think would be interesting. I'd like to see them on the regular ballot that the writers vote on. I'd like to see that. That's not going to happen, I don't think. But I think that would be interesting to see what would happen if it did happen because neither of those guys had a chance, that way. So I think they ought to have a chance that way as well, just to see what happens. But, we don't know. To me, Pete just lived a tragic life in a way, one of the best baseball players of all time, if not the best, but just made some decisions that were very poor, and his gambling decisions were a huge part of that. And so I think it is sad. Marty Brennaman last night was talking about it, and he was just very upset that they did wait until Pete died to have this opportunity. So there's I can see arguments on both sides of it. To me personally, I think the fact that they have brought gambling into professional sports to the level that they have, I think that harms the integrity of the game much more than Pete Rose or Joe Jackson or any of the other 8 men out guys that are now being reinstated, and the owner, I think it was an owner that was reinstated as well. And I think so, because you can literally go in these stadiums and place a bet. I think that's more of an issue with the integrity of the game than Pete Rose and these guys that did things in the past.
Hello, Michelle Tucker. That's a new name. Thank you for watching. Hello to Donna Bentley. I think that's a new name. Bobby Dick and the Gator Man. That's not a new name. Hello, Gator.
Yeah, it's not a new name at all.
Colin Nidifer, how you doing, sir? Thank you for watching the show. So I see both sides, too. I think, it's like Pete Rose said before he died. He said, you just wait and see. They'll put me in. They'll make me eligible or whatever after I die.
He did say that.
He said that multiple times.
He did.
Now, as I said yesterday when this first came out, to me it shows the power of persuasion of our president. This was dead in the water till Rob Manfred met with Donald Trump, and President Trump said, I'm going to pardon him on the financial side of things, on his tax problems that he had. He said, the guy's gone. I'm going to pardon him. And he did.
Yeah.
And he's in the process of doing it. So I think that got Manfred rolling. I'm thinking, again, the power of Donald Trump. The guy got him talking about reinstating he and Joe Jackson, and they have. So we've talked about this before. The Hall of Fame is a separate entity from Major League Baseball, but they're still basically under the same umbrella.
Right.
And it's a good old boy network. They can still call up and say, "Hey, Greg, let's put him back on the ballot."
Yeah.
And they can do that. I'm sure they will do that. I'm sure there's talk already on the phones and texting about what we're going to do. So, does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
So as a player, absolutely. You know, the Hall of Fame ballot, though, does have instructions about integrity and that type of thing. And did he struggle with that? Yeah, I think so. So, you know, so I think it depends on if you read the whole ballot, all the criteria that there are there. If integrity is a part of it, there's several guys in the Hall of Fame that shouldn't be there as well.
Well, so here's the next question. As soon as they came out yesterday, I thought, okay, they're going to reinstate Shoeless Joe Jackson, Pete Rose. Now, A-Rod's going to go, and Mark McGuire's going to go, and Sammy Sosa's going to go, and Rafael Palmeiro's going to go. Okay, those guys are in. Now, you've given them, they've looked the other way on those guys. You need to look the other way on the PED guys, the performance-enhancing drug guys. And you would say what to that?
So those guys have never been banished from baseball.
Yeah.
They've never had that happen. You know, some of them face some suspensions and things like that. I mean, A-Rod faced a whole year-long suspension. So those guys face some suspensions and things like that. They've had the opportunity to go in, and the voters have not seen fit to put those guys in. Now, have there been some guys go in with some suspicions? Yeah, there have. There's been a couple of guys that's gone in with some suspicions of PEDs.
So will they pound the drum louder that we want to be our fair share of the Hall of Fame, whatever?
I expect it.
Yeah.
I expect it.
And will they hear it? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, because if you look at the numbers for some of those guys and their voting, the percentages are going up. I mean, you know, a lot of them are now not on the ballot anymore, but guys like Manny Ramirez, let's say, you know, his numbers are going up. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with some of these guys.
We're here live at the Jewelers Bench. We're talking baseball with Mr. Baseball. Joseph Taylor joins us coming up here in a few minutes, talking a little Tennessee sports. Colorado Rockies leaving Texas last night as the first team in baseball's modern era to lose 36 of their first 43 games. Good night. They fired their manager. Warren Schaefer says, our goal is to retool our team. So we'll ask a really stupid question. How do you retool a team unless you run them all off and bring in a brand new batch? I mean, how do you retool the team to go? They are currently, what I say they were? They are 6. See, they are currently the Colorado Rockies.
They've won 7, haven't they?
They are, where are they?
Should be on your next page because that's the top of their division right there. So they're probably on the next.
Hope so. Hope it printed.
Yeah, there we go.
7-36.
7-36. Yeah, I thought they had 7 wins.
So how do you retool the team? What's he going to do?
You know, when I heard that Warren Schaefer had been made manager of that team, I thought, gosh, what did he do to those guys?
Yeah.
You know,
What did he deserve?
What did he do to deserve that?
What'd he do wrong? Yeah.
It's brutal. I mean, it is brutal. You know, I mean, because they got a guy like Chris Bryant that they're paying, who's hurt, not able to play this year. A huge contract. They're having to pay him. You know, they've got some good talent on the team. I mean, they've got a few guys that can actually hit. They've got some pretty decent pitchers as well. So as a team, though, they just can't get the job done. So I guess you trade what you can and look for prospects to try to develop. And
I think if you're down on the farm for the Rockies, I'm thinking, hey.
give me a chance.
I got a shot. I couldn't do any worse what they're doing. So
Yeah, I can play just as good as these guys.
give me a shot, coach or manager. Let me have a shot. So I would think that any of the double and triple A ball players, the Rockies farm system, would be thinking, hey, this may be my chance. Because they're terrible.
So. I would think so. And rightly so. I mean, I think we'll see a lot of guys from Colorado Springs playing in Denver.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with the Rockies. We'll run down the full the standings and the schedule coming up here in a second. The Twins are getting it done.
Yes.
They have got all of a sudden red hot. They've now won 10 in a row, the longest winning streak in the majors this season. And they're bearing down on the Tigers and the Guardians in the Central. We'll talk about that in a moment. But what's been the key to their success?
So I don't know. I mean, I just started seeing that they're okay. They've won a couple in a row, then they've won 4 in a row, then they won 5 or 6 in a row. Now it's 10 in a row. And, you know, and it's not that they're playing horrible teams or anything like that. It's just they figured out how to win all of a sudden. It's like their offense has come alive, which had not been that great. Their defense has been really good all season, I think, but and their pitching has shown up and has started doing really well. So it's all come together at the same time. Hopefully for the Twins, it can continue.
Hello, Crystal Kuhn. Coons. We'll thank KUHN. We'll go with Kuhn. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. Ben Joyce and Angels, bad news. He's out for the rest of the season. This guy could throw upwards of 105. At some point, when healthy, he could go with a 105-mile-an-hour fastball. So, but his career has been slowed by several significant injuries. So,
Yeah.
on the arm, throwing a baseball at 105 miles an hour consistently, would it not take its toll on the arm?
It
Do
would.
damage?
It would.
Has to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has
no
to.
matter how good your mechanics are, over time, that's gonna cause some major stress. I don't know if you've ever seen a slow motion of some of these guys and what they put their arm through for a pitch.
I don't
It
like
is
to watch it.
Unbelievable how stressed that arm is.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these arms, depending on the pitcher throwing, it is angles and stuff and twists and turns that the arm just shouldn't be in.
I don't know the percentage, but I guarantee if you go back and look, the hard throwing guys that have arm problems, because he can throw 100 miles an hour. Well, it's not long before they have shoulder problems and inflammation and tendonitis and so on and so forth. So there is a cost for being able to throw that ball hard consistently. It catches up with you with your arm. So anyway, Ben Joyce on the shelf. He's done for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
for the Angels.
Old Tennessee guy.
Old Tennessee guy. You got it.
and then you think about the guys that threw hard back a long time ago, like Walter Johnson and Bob Feller. They said those guys, probably topped out. Bob Feller, maybe he might have reached 100, but they didn't have a way to tell how fast they were throwing exactly. But they think Walter Johnson probably threw 93, 94 miles an hour, which was huge for his day. And then you got a guy like Carl Hubble that threw this breaking pitch like a slider, and it deformed his arm. He couldn't turn his hand a certain way in later years of his life. But those guys were able to continue to throw, and they didn't have all the medical stuff that we have now. But guys like Bob Feller and Walter Johnson, they had long, very fruitful careers, and you just kind of wonder what was different then than there is now.
You've got 4 games or day games today, 4 out of the 6 on a light schedule on this Thursday. Washington, Atlanta. There'll be Smith-Shawver for the Braves. Williams will go for Washington at 12:15, which is coming up.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Pretty
It's
soon.
already started.
Already started. Minnesota at Baltimore. That's the 12:35 start. White Sox in Cincinnati. You've got Martinez on the mound for the Reds, and Wilson will go for the White Sox.
Yeah, the Reds are trying to avoid a sweep by the White Sox,
which is awful. Tampa Bay at Toronto, that's the other day game. Under the lights tonight, Houston at Texas, and the Athletics against the Dodgers. Now, this weekend, it's become, I guess you call it rivalry weekend. The White Sox and the Cubs will play. Cleveland will play Cincinnati. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia play in Philly starting tomorrow night. Washington and Baltimore. The Mets and the Yankees, the Subway Series. Detroit at Toronto. The Red Sox will host Atlanta starting tomorrow night. Tampa Bay will be at Miami. Cardinals in Kansas City. You see the geographic rivalries here. Houston is playing Texas. Minnesota, Milwaukee. In fact, I think they start today. They do. They start tonight. Houston and Texas. So
yeah, they do.
Evan Carter will take on, and the rest of the Rangers take on the Houston Astros in Texas. Minnesota at Milwaukee. Seattle at San Diego. Colorado will be in Arizona. The Dodgers will host the Angels this weekend, and the Athletics will be in San Francisco. It's pretty cool. It's geographic.
It is.
What are they calling it? It's called a rivalry weekend?
Yeah, like in New York, they call it a Subway Series.
Subway Series, right.
Something like that. Just because, but yeah, like a rivalry weekend where they're playing against the teams that are close by, and it's great for baseball because like in Cincinnati, so Cleveland, they're 4 or 5 hours away from Cincinnati, but they call it the Ohio Cup.
Yep.
They play for the Ohio Cup.
So let's look at the standings. Again, we're talking to our buddy Greg Salyer live here at the Jewelers Bench. So let's start in the National League. In the East, you've got the Mets, winners of 6 of 10. Phillies won 6 out of 10. The Braves won 6 out of 10. The Mets lead the Phillies by 2.5. The Braves still 6.5 out. So what's your story in the East right now?
Yeah, so those are the 3 teams, that we thought would be there. And Atlanta had a lot to overcome, losing their first 7 games of the season. And they have they're a game under 500. They have been at 500. So, but if you look at the run differential as well, the Braves are now +1. And that's big, I think. That's big for them because they started off really bad in that, and now they're a +1, and that's good. I mean, that's one of the things I look at is run differential. Are you scoring more runs than the teams you play?
Sherry Holtzclaw joins us. Miss Sherry comes back in a few minutes, do some more show and tell for Father's Day and graduation here at the bench, Jewelers Bench. In the Central, the Cubs in a tailspin. They've lost 6 out of 10. Cardinals have won, as we said, 9 out of 10 now. So they are only one game out. They're the hottest team in baseball. They have caught them, and they're there. And so they play Kansas City this weekend.
That'll be
the Cubs
good
have the White
series.
Sox. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, Cubs ought to pick up, but you never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. In the West, the Dodgers lead the Padres by half game, and the Giants by 3.5. The Padres have won 2 straight, 6 out of 10. The Giants have lost 6 out of 10. The Dodgers, despite all their pitching problems, we had the story yesterday.
Roki Sasaki.
Sasaki went on the IL. Kershaw's come back Saturday.
Yeah.
They've started 11 different starting pitchers this season,
Yes.
and yet they're 28-15 with the best record in baseball. 28-15 with 11 different starting pitchers. Tells you how deep they are.
Yeah, plus 54 run differential. They've outscored their opponents by 54 runs so far this year. So that's big. And with their pitching going down, like you said, for injuries, this is a time that you have to start wondering. Okay, how are these teams' depths? And because we talked about Joyce and the other guys are getting hurt. The Dodgers, obviously, they have some depth in their pitching rotation. 11 guys to start a game, and they're 13 games over 500. That's pretty good.
Landon Knack started the other night for the Dodgers from Johnson City. Played at Science Hill, a local youngster, and did pretty well. He went 4 or 5 innings and had 7 strikeouts. I don't think he had a decision.
I don't think he got a decision in that game.
So the Dodgers, the hottest team in baseball, they can't shake the Padres. Padres have won 2 straight, 6 out of 10. They're only a half game out.
Yeah.
Giants only 3.5 out. So the Padres, what's the key to their success right now? Why are they doing so good?
Yeah, so they're knocking the cover off the ball for one thing. They got Jackson Merrill back because he was injured, and they got him back. And getting him back, that was huge, I think, for them. But even without him, it's almost like they didn't miss him, and they've just out hit their opponents. That's just how it is. They've outscored their opponents, and they've outslugged them. So
Machado's been hot. Fernando Tatis has been hot.
Yes.
So Dylan Cease kind of anchors the starting pitching staff. So Padres are there. They are 27-15, 12 over. They're a half game out. And so they who they have this weekend? They went through this once. San Diego will take on the Seattle Mariners. So
that'll be good.
Yep.
Good series.
In the American League, let's start with the West. Seattle. So now you can say it's just a fluke, maybe. But we know what happened 2 years ago when they came on the team.
Yep.
They sparked the ball club. So, yeah. They're going to ship him to the Rockies.
That does help.
Yeah.
That they've played the Rockies.
Played the Rockies.
Yeah, that does help.
They got Houston starting tonight.
So,
the Astros have won 2 in a row, which is right above them, which is interesting, the geographic, the rivalry weekend. The rival here is inside of the state of Texas. Houston's won 2 in a row. They're one game behind the Mariners. The Rangers have won 5 in a row. They're a game back. The Mariners have lost 7 out of 10. And the Athletics, for everything we made fun of them in the offseason, here they are. Game and a half back. They're 22-21, so they're playing good baseball.
They are. They have a negative run differential, -34. Texas is even. They're 0. Their run differential is 0. So that means they've scored as many runs as they've given up. But yeah, that's big for the A's. I think the fact that they're hanging around in that division, and I hope they do. I hope we see them hang around the whole season.
Here's another Glock watch I want to show you real quick for Father's Day or graduation. This thing's pretty. It's got a rubber a wristband on it, rubber band. What do I call this? Not a wristband. What do you call this?
A watch band.
Thank you. Rubber watch band. It's made by Glock. Same folks make the guns. It is sapphire crystal, automatic movement, stainless steel case, silicone snap leather, water resistant. So you can go swimming in it, won't bother you. You go fishing, won't bother you. It's a 3-year warranty, and it retails for $698. And there it is. They sell a ton of these. So there it is. It's a Glock watch from right here at the Jewelers Bench. A gift-giving idea for dad or a graduate. Let me give you one more here. I love this. If I needed a pocket watch, and I don't, I'd get this one like real quick. As soon as I saw this, I thought, man, oh man, done got one from here last year. This got a black face on it, or dark face, black face. The front's got that. On the back, it's engravable back here. And on the face and the, by the way, the hands glow in the dark. On the end of them, they glow in the dark. So there it is. Very nice pocket watch. Pocket watches are coming back. And so this retails for $194. Gorgeous pocket watch from right here at the jeweler's bench, and the engraving is free, of course. All right, let's take a look at the American League. The East, you've got the Yankees. Hello, Jerry McNeil. Hello, Arlene Townsend. How you kids doing? Yankees in the East, they have won 6 out of 10. They lead the Blue Jays by 3.5. The Red Sox were making great strides, and all of a sudden they've lost 3 in a row. 6 out of 10. They're sliding a bit. They're under 500 at 22 and 23. They got the Braves this weekend.
Yeah.
Red Sox are 4 games out, so the Yankees just keep on being the Yankees, right?
Yeah, they do. And the only thing you said about that is Aaron Judge. I mean, he's just having a phenomenal season once again. Just like we expect from him every year. His average had dropped below 400. He got it back. Got it back up there.
Wow, hitting over 400. It's incredible.
So,
you get to 400 in baseball, you're doing something.
Yeah.
Goodness. So, Max Fried, yesterday had on the show the lowest ERA for a left-hander since Lefty Gomez back in the 30s. He's down like 1.16, 1.8. So, Max Fried's been a big addition to the New York Yankee pitching staff. He's kind of with Cole out, he's kind of the stud, isn't he?
He is.
He's the ace.
Absolutely. He is. Yeah.
So, Yankees with a 3.5 game lead of Toronto in the East. In the Central, the Tigers have won 3 in a row. They've won 8 out of 10. They lead the Central by 3.5 over the Guardians, who've won 6 out of 10. The Royals have lost 2 in a row, but they've won 6 out of 10 over the last 10. They're 4.5 out, so suddenly that's a pretty tight race all of a sudden in the American League Central.
It is. It is. And, you know, I still think Detroit's the team to beat in that division, but, you know, I like the fact that we've got 3 other teams hanging with them now that Minnesota has won 10 in a row, because if you looked at Minnesota's record 10 games ago, they were 13 and 20. Now they're 23 and 20. That's huge. I mean, that is huge. This time of the year, if you can put together a 10-game win streak like that, that's going to really change things for you in a hurry. And they're only 5.5 games back. So White Sox are, you know, I guess almost done, but
it's terrible to say they're done on May the 16th. The White Sox.
Well, they don't play the Reds the rest of the season, so or they'd have a chance.
14 and 29 they are.
Yeah.
So,
and to be honest, I've watched their last 2 games, and they've looked pretty good. I mean, they've not been great, but they've looked pretty good. Their pitching's been really good.
Hello to Leslie Taylor. She's watching the show, the queen of the coffee cakes. Good night. She made me a coffee cake. Was it last week, 2 weeks ago? Whatever it was, it didn't last long. It was gone pretty quick. Love it. Hello, Mrs. Taylor. Hello, Ronnie Ford. So do we cover all the divisions?
Yeah, we did.
We got them all.
We got them all.
So Evan Carter's back up and playing and being successful. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we love to see.
Yep. So you got
love to see our local guys.
2 local guys that I know of for sure. They're in the bigs. Landon Knack, starting pitcher for the Dodgers from Science Hill in Johnson City. Science Hill High School for those out-of-town folks. And then from here in Elizabethton, a town of 14,000, his dream has been obviously realized. So he is in now as the center fielder for the Texas Rangers. Evan Carter played right here in Elizabethton, Tennessee. It's awesome.
And we had to know when they DFA'd Leody Taveras that Evan Carter was probably on his way back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the plan.
And he's not disappointed.
No, he has not. He has not. So I brought you something, Tom.
Oh.
Your favorite player. I just came across this the other day in a stack, and I saw this is Tom's favorite player. I'm going to bring him. He did win Player of the Week last week in the American League.
This guy's the biggest loser, I'm telling you.
Rafael Devers.
Oh, gosh.
Tom's favorite player.
Oh, gosh. There he is, Rafael Devers. Missed spring training because he's had a bad shoulder, getting ready for the tough wars. 162 games, like nobody else plays 162 games. Then he starts, and they ask him to move down to third base or move to second base from third base. I'm not doing it. First baseman gets hurt. You want to go play at first base? I'm not doing it. Thinking, right? Are you kidding me? Can you say Double-A? Let's put you down to Double-A. See if you can play down there. Rafael Devers, how big is the guy? Can he whip me if he shows up? Nah. 6'5", 6 foot 235. Nah, he ain't gonna do no damage to the Cowboy. I can tell you right now.
He's a little bit younger than you.
It'll make a difference. He's a loser. He's a nitwit, whatever.
So yeah, I came across that the other day, and I said, "Oh, I got to bring that to Tom. He will love that." So it's yours.
Thank you. Actually, I don't even care
Yeah,
about this guy.
I didn't want it. So
So, actually, the Lord died for him too. But I'm
that's
thinking,
right. That's right.
These guys, come on, you got the worst attitude in the bigs.
You
So-
know, when the owner and the president of baseball operations travel to a visiting ballpark to meet with you to talk about changing positions, there's a situation going on.
Oh,
You know, and that's what happened.
yeah.
That's what happened.
We're talking to
They went to Kansas City to meet with him.
Big Daddy flew in from Boston, sat down with him and said, "No," because the manager asked Joey Corey, "Have you talked to him?" He said, "Nope." Have you asked him in the clubhouse if he'd be entered? Nope. I mean, they're all scared of him.
They didn't
Sounds
want-
like.
Well, Corey didn't want to do it because he knew what the answer was going to be. And so the other guys came in, and I think all three of them met with him, and he's just like, "No, you told me I was going to be your third baseman. Now I'm your DH, and now you want me to play." And his response was, "I can't play every position on the field." I thought that was hilarious.
Can you run the weed eater at Fenway Park? That's what I would say. Can you run a mower?
Yeah.
So we're looking at a team that's lost 3 in a row, 6 out of 10. The Red Sox. They're 22 and 23. I'm thinking if the owner of the team who flew in from Boston to KC and sat down with me and said, I'd like for you to think very strongly about playing first base, and the guy still says no, I'm thinking at the first possible opportunity, we can unload this guy. He's out of there. So anyway, Rafael Devers, you
You know what I would do? I would trade him to the Rockies.
yeah.
I would trade him to the Rockies.
Rockies, yeah.
Let him be the Rockies.
Let him be the
third
Rockies'
baseman.
first base. That's it.
Yeah,
So,
he wants to play third base. Let him be the Rockies' third baseman.
this is a 26 card. You know that?
So,
Because it's going out the window on I-26. It's going out the window.
I was going to say, I think it's
No.
a 2025 card, but yeah,
That's a
okay,
20
26 card. 'cause
It's an
going out the window.
I-26 card. It's going out the window now. I-26. Whoops. No, I'm going to hold on to it because Greg brought it. That's very kind. Rafael Devers.
Yeah.
Hit the buzzer. So, anything else going on?
Appreciate
Appreciate you coming over. Too,
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
absolutely. I've been over in doing disaster relief stuff today, and we got 2 basketball teams here on a mission trip right now from Grove City College up near Pittsburgh.
See, I've got people that watch this show out of state, and they're not calling me a liar, but they say, "Oh, it's been 8 months. There's things that should be back to normal." There are things that are not back to normal.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know this firsthand.
Exactly. Yeah. So Carter County finally paved Spring Street, and they're working on it again today. They're putting another layer on it today. That has made a world of difference over there in Hampton. But yeah, the men's and women's basketball teams from Grove City College and Grove City, Pennsylvania, are here this week. And I'll tell you what, they are some athletes, and they have worked hard while they've been here. They're going to be here the rest of the week. They're going back on Monday. And
There's work to be done.
oh, absolutely.
Up at Hampton, there's still cars that they're stacked on top of each other with,
There are.
with spray painted X's on them because they're condemned.
Yeah, there are.
Are there?
Oh, I took a picture.
I'm telling you.
I took a picture a few weeks ago. I don't know if I can find it real quick, but I took a picture just literally
I'll hold that for you.
three weeks ago or so.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find it, of 2 cars literally stacked on top of each
People
other
don't-
down in Hampton.
And so what happened the other night here? We had a lot of rain the other night, a couple of inches of rain, and so the
It's
banks,
fixing.
there's no banks anymore on the rivers because they've been dredged and have been washed away. So the flooding floods quicker now than Okeechobee. They found that out the other night. So every time there's a lot of rain, everybody's getting really antsy along the rivers, understandably so. I mean, you swap out.
Okay. I took that picture probably about 3 weeks ago. And,
Right
and
there.
as far as I know, it's still there like that.
Car piled up on top of the other car because of the flooding.
Yeah, that's in Hampton.
It's in Hampton, which from here is 10 minutes away, if that far. So there you go.
Yeah.
So he's helping out disaster relief. There's groups coming in from all over the place all the time, isn't there?
Yeah.
So
But I'll tell you what, though, these basketball teams now, they have been something else because they have jumped in and they've done what they've been asked to do. And I told somebody yesterday, I said, I have a new favorite college basketball team, I think. And
Grove
it's
City College.
Grove City College. These kids are fantastic. They're easy to work with, easy to get along with.
And they want to help.
They love the Lord, and they're here to represent Him while they're here. And they are some athletes. I mean, there's some of these guys.
Biggins.
Yeah, yeah.
They can move things
They
around.
they are strong. They were picking up rocks the other day. Golly, you and I together couldn't pick up one of these rocks, and they're picking them up like it were nothing.
So the disaster relief continues here in Carter County.
Oh,
So-
absolutely.
And you're helping out with that.
Yep.
So you're coordinating some of the things going on over here, which I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate. And it's going on in Unicoi County too, and in Western North Carolina. But again, people out there going, I got a buddy of mine in Western. I've been watching the show. Is it really that bad? And I said, dude, yes, it's that bad. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We're still trying to pick up the pieces.
Right. Yeah, it's
And-
going to take a while.
Yeah, and it's not. And as I said, it rained the other night. And I interviewed some people down in Oleechuk over in Unicoi County and said, in Washington County said, because now there's no banks.
Mm-hmm.
Because the banks are all gone, the river banks we're talking about.
Yeah.
And so now the water rises quicker than normal
Mm-hmm.
than it used to because the banks are gone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so they showed pictures. There's some video I saw on Facebook where the guy stood alongside the river. So, but let me get on my soapbox before I get out of here because I know you got to go. So we've got the Kinzer Bridge and the Taylor Bridge not only repaired, but they're ready to go across it. They've rebuilt these bridges within 7 or 8 months. We got a bridge right down the street where we are here. Ain't a thing been said about it. Nobody knows. Every time I ask anybody, we don't know what they're doing. Nobody tells us anything. At least I haven't heard. You know, TDOT, Tennessee Department of Transportation. Nobody's saying anything about this bridge. It's right from where I'm pointing, 1,000 yards down the street here.
Yeah.
And it's been closed because of the flooding back in September. It's a major artery in the city, not only the city but connecting Western North Carolina. At one point, a guy told me there's 25,000 cars a day on this road. Maybe it's not now, but when it was open, because you go right down here, make a right, and go towards Western North Carolina. Trucks use it, tourists use it. We can still get through town. There's only one way to go, and it's very congested. The only way you get. But my point to all this is nobody seems to know the magic about anything about this down here. And yet I turn on Facebook, and they've rebuilt bridges in Unicoi and Washington County, and they get ready to cross them and open them up and use them. We can't even get an answer for this down here.
Yeah. To get to Food City, you have to go around.
Oh,
and, yeah. You have to make several turns and everything.
So
You can't just drive to it anymore. You have to go around.
I'm not the one to be jerking somebody's chain, but I would get, if I was the city of Elizabethton, maybe they have. Maybe there's been something said. I don't know about it. Joseph Taylor may know about it. He's my guest coming up next, but I've not heard anything about the progression, when it's supposed to open. Is it going to be condemned? They got to tear it down. They got to fix it. Is it fixable? I don't hear anything. I'm thinking, why? Why is it such a big secret when so many people's revenue and livelihoods in this town depend on it? So, anyway, I'm done. I'm done with that. Okay. Thank you, sir, for coming.
Yes, sir.
See you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll take a break. We'll take a break. Come back. Joseph Taylor. Hello, Linda Vaughn. How you doing? Linda Vaughn is a jewel. She had those girls up at her house the night for a little get-together. She's always working with the youth, been doing it for years and years and years. She's a sweetheart. Hello, Linda Vaughn. We're lucky to have you at Pleasant Beach. By the way, Lynn Duggar's funeral will be Saturday at Pleasant Beach. They'll have what they call showing of Receiving of Friends. Thank you. Receiving of Friends from noon to 4, and then the funeral itself will be at 4. So it'll be at Pleasant Beach, our church at Pleasant Beach on Saturday. Of course, that's where he went. And so
And how many times have we seen him when we've been doing the show over at Chick-fil-A? Yeah.
Oh, every time.
All the time he would be in there.
And I'd say, come talk. He was just on the queue, too. I said, man, come over and talk about college basketball. He'd come talk about college basketball. Now he's gone. It's just really surreal that he's here and he's gone. But
Yeah.
he's in a better place, and he don't want to come back to this mess.
Nope.
No, he's on the streets of gold. We'll take a break. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the Raphael Devers card.
You're welcome.
Boy, that
I
warms.
knew you would appreciate
Boy,
that.
that warms my heart. Ooh. Joseph Taylor's next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tom Taylor Sports Show got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know, when are you going to implement that? We are hitting the ground running. So right now you can get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the mag strip on the back, you've got your contactless, invisible, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tabless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide. And we've implemented it with hard work, behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now
Yes,
at all locations. Our locations are
they are in Roan Mountain, they are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office, and then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
social media. How do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, or BeMyCU.org.
And the magic main number is
423-547-1200.
brand new product from Northeast Community Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show number 2,289. Hello to Darren Silver over in Spruce Pine, North Carolina. How you doing, sir? Linda Birchfield, hello to you. Darren, hope you're okay. I know that's right where a lot of the floodwaters went. And so you see this too. We're still not out of the woods around here.
No, not at all. We went up to we had dinner on Mother's Day in Butler, and I asked Leslie if we could, just drive through Hampton. That's the first time I've been there since September. It's crazy. It's totally different. Things have been washed out. There's debris everywhere. Like it's still not, like you said, there's still cleanup to be done.
Yep. Football field's still washed away. There is talk that they're going to get back into the high school. The key to that is to get the sewer plant back up and running. I'm not sure I'm going to misspeak here, but I know it involves the sewer plant in one way, shape, or form to get that back up to where it needs to be running. Darren says he's doing well and he's blessed. That's great. I appreciate that. So I know Spruce Pine, we are doing good. Thank you. If you want to go spend your hard-earned dollars and help these people out, go to Spruce Pine or, let me think where else, Newland, Banner Elk, anywhere over in North Carolina that got hit by the flooding. Maybe not so much Banner Elk. I know Spruce Pine did. I'm thinking there's another town. Newland, Spruce Pine. There's another one. Boone got hit pretty good. Asheville got hit. And so if you want to go, and because these people, their livelihoods are in a holding pattern until people come back. This is a busy time of the year typically for these towns because they have tourists come in and spend money.
Yeah, most definitely.
So,
and like you said, they've just been completely devastated. We can, spend our dollars to help them get back on their feet for sure.
Absolutely. So, in fact, I'm planning on doing that this weekend. We'll drive over and see how things are. Hello, Joyce Martin. How you doing? Thank you for listening and watching the show. So, Pete Rose gets reinstated. Shoeless Joe Jackson reinstated Major League Baseball. You for it or against it?
How the way I look at it is how can Major League Baseball decide to accept all this gambling money, from all these casinos and DraftKings, the sports books and stuff? How can you do that on one hand and then keep these guys banned on the other? So they probably, I feel like they needed to do it. They needed to reinstate him. Pete Rose last year, he saw it coming. He said, they're going to reinstate me after I die. And he was 100% right because here it is. And then so the Reds already yesterday had Pete Rose Day. So they wasted no time, celebrating him and making some money off of him, But poor Pete, he can't enjoy it, Yeah,
that was pre-planned. They had it on May 14th. And wearing number 14, and all the players with a 14 patch on their jersey for the rest of the year. So it was Pete Rose Day before this all came down from the commissioners. So, the other town is Burnsville. Thank you. Burnsville got hammered too. So that's another. Spruce Pine, Burnsville, Newland, Banner Elk, and Asheville. If you want to go and put money over there in their coffers, they would love to see you come over and spend money.
For sure.
Buy some of the trinkets, whatever you want to do. I used to go antiquing over there all the time. Dan Gould, hello, thank you for watching. Gerald Oliver, thank you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your comment. So, my question with Greg was, I asked you the same thing. So, with Shoeless Joe being reinstated, they can't get in the Hall of Fame yet. That's a total separate entity, but it's a start. It's a beginning to get the Hall of Fame committee, because it's a separate entity from the Major League Baseball guys. So they spin off two different axes, but it's a start. But then I'm thinking, okay, even though they haven't been banished from the league, you look at Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, Alex Rodriguez, Rafael Palmeiro. These are some of the guys going, okay, they're going to let these guys back in. They forgot about what they did. Their memory's short. Can we get in? And what would you say to that?
Oh, 100% yes. And to me, I actually would show even more leniency towards the steroid guys, because it seemed like everyone knew what was going on there, as far as major league executives, team owners, team trainers. Like, that was it wasn't a very well kept secret. But you're going to punish these guys for doing something that it was kind of an open secret. You know what I mean? So I would be very lenient towards the steroid guys.
Well, you're talking about gambling. So
Yeah.
Pete did gamble on the baseball. He finally admitted it in his autobiography. It came out in 2004. And he did say, yeah, I did bet on baseball when I was a manager and when I played. Okay. Well, that's bad. But now you can sit right here right now, and the Braves are playing, so they're off today. They'll play Boston tomorrow night at Fenway. You can sit right here in East Tennessee and bet on that game. You can go to the ballparks now. And they have kiosks and different ways you can bet on the games at the games. So, okay, what he did was bad, but now is it any worse what's going on now?
Not at all. And that's
So-
what I was saying. Like, you can't accept gambling money and keep those guys out. Like, you can't. That would be very hypocritical, in my opinion.
And you would say, well, the players aren't necessarily doing it, but the fans are. But then you would come out and say, okay, I'm the shortstop for the Reds, and go, hey, Joseph, go put a 50 spot on this game and bet it this way, because I think this is what's going to happen. So even though I'm not doing it, the players can. There's ways to do it. You know this. There's more than one way to skin a cat, the old saying goes. So.
Well, that's the Alabama baseball coach. He has a buddy that was in, I think it was somewhere either in Ohio or Kentucky. The Alabama coach knows he's gonna scratch his starting pitcher, his ace. He calls his buddy, hey, so and so's not pitching. The guy makes a crazy bet, which that was the stupid thing.
Red flagged it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So he makes an ungodly bet that's just so far above anything normal that it just, and then the guy loses his job. So, like, this is happening. It is happening. You gotta. I'm sure that people are doing it, just like you say. Hey, go make this bet, but don't do it like this guy did. Just make a normal bet.
Yep. Don't bet $10,000.
Yeah.
Bet $100 and then
Right.
go under the radar.
Yeah.
10,000 went beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep. So, and that's what happened.
The world's dumbest criminals.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, another topic I want to hit you with. We're
Okay.
talking to our buddy Joseph. We're just a couple of good old boys talking sports.
Sure.
The president met with Nick Saban when he gave the commencement at Alabama last week, and Saban kind of rattled his cage and said, we need a commission in college athletics and maybe a commissioner. And all of a sudden, President Trump says, I think I may get an executive order going. We may get something going to regulate name, image, and likeness in college athletics, kind of put the brakes on it. So are you for a commission? Are you for a commissioner? What do you think?
Probably. I don't think one person needs all the power. I think there needs to be some type of committee with checks and balances and stuff. I feel like there needs to be some type of oversight. We've talked about this. I feel like since we first started talking to one another 4 or 5 years ago, that there needed to be some type of rules in place, and there hasn't been. So hopefully, if you get a commission, you get a board or whatever, and you can come up with actual guidelines and a salary cap and things like that, it'd be good for all college sports.
So what would you do? If I said, Joseph, you have the power to do whatever you want in college athletics, fix it the way you want to fix it, get this thing back to some sense of normalcy, what would you do?
I think the two biggest things that I would probably implement, the first thing I would have a salary cap. Okay. You have this much money to spend on your entire roster. Use it wisely, hire a GM, do whatever you need to do on your end to spend this money. And the second thing I would do is there'd be one transfer window, just one transfer,
one chance.
not two, not 3, one transfer window. and that would be at the end of this. Probably for football, probably after I'd have maybe 3 weeks after the championship game that's open, but then when it closes, you're gonna have to sit out a year.
So you're the coach of a team, and I'm a hot rod football player. I'm a tight end. I've been dynamite everywhere I've been. But I'm left my third school or my second school, my fourth school, and so it's a revolving door. And so I call you up, or my agent does, and say, hey, old Tom wants to come play for you. I'd be your fourth or fifth school. Does that red flag you as a coach?
Oh, for sure. 100% it does. I wouldn't fool with somebody that, the one transfer, totally understandable, things happen. Second transfer, the right circumstance, maybe I accept you. After that, I'm gonna have to say, buddy, you're gonna have to.
You wouldn't take me?
I wouldn't take you.
Okay.
I'd just find somebody else.
Wow, that hurts. That hurts. Oh well, at least he's honest.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Hello, Darren again over at Spruce Pine. Hello, Krista Britt. Thank you all for watching. So, all right, we switch gears and go into Vol baseball. SEC tournament's coming up in a week or two down in Hoover, Alabama. Final tune-up this week. The Volunteers go play Arkansas, which is a powerhouse baseball team. The Vols have shown they got some definite chinks in the armor, but they lost so many guys from last year's team. That's the biggest thing. They're in a rebuild mode. So, what is the state of Tennessee baseball, do you think?
The state of the program, I think you're walking too many guys, you're allowing too many stolen bases, and you're not fielding it well. They made, I think, 6 errors over 3 games in that against Vanderbilt. You're not going to win baseball games. And the last couple of years, their margin for error was a lot larger because you had a lineup that was amazing. You had pitching that was just shut down. This year, there's not those guys, because how could there be? Last year's lineup was a once in a lifetime. Every single one of those guys that aren't here this year are playing in the minors. So like everybody I drafted, you're not going to be able to replace that talent. But the way that they could still be as good as if they executed. But you're talking about walks, you're talking about errors, you're talking about a guy being on first base, I need to get him to second base, and I go up and strike out. You're not moving the guys over. It's the small things that add up to losses, and that's why you've seen them lose 4 out of 6 series. Like they're just not executing.
Just the little things.
Yeah, it's not. You can't just say that there's one glaring weakness. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Never heard that. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. I love hanging out with this guy. So you gonna help me do some football this year?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
The countdown is 99 days.
I wanted so badly to help you with the baseball, but Emma was in a dance recital. So Friday there was daddy-daughter dance practice, and then Saturday was the recital. And I'm thinking, and so I'm listening to that Unicorn game. I'm like, please, guys, I want y'all to win. I want to help Tom. Like I would have traveled with you yesterday, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be. So Unicorn County won. I told you they would. I'll be shocked if they don't go to the state tournament. They went down and beat Anderson County and Anderson County 2-1. Greenville had to go 11 innings to beat Seymour yesterday in that first game. So best of 3.
And they won game 2, so they are state bound. Greenville is.
Greenville won that second game.
So they went ahead and played 2 last night. It ended late, but they're state bound.
State bound.
Yep.
So Unicoi County goes back down today to Anderson County to play those second and third games if necessary. Of course, they better get it in because the rain's coming tomorrow night. It's supposed to have torrential rains and it's a lot of hail and a chance even some tornadoes around here on Friday night into Saturday. So want to get that in. Get those games in. So football's 99 days away. Spring practice has started for a lot of the football schools now, or for the high school spring football practice, should say, including the Cyclones. So, but our countdown is 99 days to kickoff.
Double digits.
Double digits.
Double digits, man.
Inside of 100 days.
Goodness gracious.
August 22nd at Science Hill will get started. First 2 on the road at Science Hill, new opponent at Tennessee High. Then we'll come back and play Westridge, new opponent at home. That's our home opener. So all 3 non-conference games are boom, boom, boom in the front end of the season. Everything else will be regional games. And we've added a new team, so we have less non-conference games now.
That's a lot of teams in conferences. That's a big old conference.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can just go ahead.
So if you have 7 conference games, that means there's 8 teams in the conference. That is a large conference.
Yep. At Sideshow at Tennessee, I got Westridge at home. Then we go to Volunteer, go to Cherokee, come back home the end of September, Northview Academy. Then the Cyclones go to Granger, which ought to be beautiful down on the lake.
That's a nice
in
drive.
October. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Leaves ought to be turned down there then. At Granger in October, open date. We have Sullivan East and Seymour at home. Then we finish up on Thursday, Halloween week, on Thursday night at Greenville. So there you go.
That's a
4 at home, 6 on the road this year. The next year it reverses out. We'll have 6 at home and 4 on the road. So it starts in 99 days, and Ivy Hall Nursing Home is one of our great sponsors.
yes,
So,
sir.
The Coffee Cake Queen is watching.
All right.
Good night. I'm telling you, I'd weigh 10,000 pounds if I was married to this lady. She can, the coffee cake, is that what that's what it
Coffee
was?
cake, yes, sir.
Oh, he gave it to me the other day in front of Westside Elementary. He said, "Here's a little treat for you." Well, first off, I just tell myself. So going down the road, I just peeled it back and just grabbed it, just started a big handful. I didn't get home to use she would have went, "This guy's like a caveman," but I was hungry. So I just got a couple big handfuls and put it in my mouth, and I ate the rest when I got home with a little couth with a knife and a plate and all that. But Mrs. Taylor, goodness gracious.
I don't know if
Awesome.
you're a coffee drinker. We're not at our house, so we enjoy the coffee cake with milk, But a lot of people, it's called coffee cake because you eat it with your coffee, and it's really good. But we're not coffee drinkers, so
No. I'm a milk and I just grab it,
Yeah.
a big handful of cake eater. Mrs. Taylor.
we
love
should have, man. I since it was your birthday yesterday, I should have told her and brought you another one. But my mind is not
No, it's good.
not firing at all cylinders. May is just hard.
Welcome to my world. So mine doesn't fire on the cylinders most of the time. Hello, Rusty Chambers. How you doing, sir? Thank you for watching. So let's see. Softball's got their regional this weekend in Knoxville starting tomorrow night. Tennessee, North Carolina, Miami. Let's see. Tennessee, Ohio State, North Carolina, and I want to say Miami of Ohio, I think.
I read a stat on Carlin Pickens, the pitcher for Tennessee. They've given up 45 runs when she pitches. 21 of them are unearned. So she is getting some bad luck too on the defensive end. So hopefully they'll be able to clean it up for the tournament.
If I can find that real quick. I hate not to not be here. It is right here. Thank you, Lord. So it will be the Knoxville Regional. I did get it right.
You nailed it.
Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio State, and Miami of Ohio. I'll be a son of a gun. Every now and then a hog will find an acorn. So let's see the regional sites. It's double elimination. Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Florida, Arkansas, Florida State. They'll play in Texas, University of Texas, South Carolina, Columbia. They'll be in L.A., UCLA, Baton Rouge, LSU. Clemson will host. Texas Tech hosting. Arizona hosting. Duke hosting. Alabama and Oregon. So it's a double elimination.
7 out of the top 8 seeds SEC. What a conference. My goodness.
Oklahoma's won it for the last 4 straight years, the national championship. That may change this year. There's a lot of parity.
I would think so.
A lot of parity.
Maybe this will be the Vols year, the Lady Vols.
It all begins tomorrow. 4 teams will face off across 16 sites, we just mentioned, with double elimination. Then those will advance to the Super Regionals. They'll play a best of 3. Then they'll go to the College World Series in Omaha. So there's or Oklahoma rather, not Omaha, in Oklahoma. So that's what we got. Good stuff. So Tennessee football. The Joey Aquilar is on campus now.
He's on campus, yeah. So the competition starts now. See who can win that job.
So the other guys are 4-star quarterbacks. These guys aren't Tom Taylor. They can play.
Right.
And Joseph Taylor. And I'm not diminishing your talents, but they're not Tom Taylor. They're not just run-of-the-mill guys. These are 4- and 5-star recruits. Do they not have – I mean, would you not think Heupel would give these guys a shot because he recruited them because they're 4- and 5-star quarterbacks? Now all of a sudden Nico Amalevin's gone, and so they have no talent. They have to go out and get a guy out of the portal. So would you not give them a shot? Do you think they'll get a fair shot?
I think it's a 3-man race. Merklinger, George McIntyre, and then Aguilar. I think they're all 3 going to be on level playing field. I do think that George McIntyre is going to probably not win the job because he's just a little small. He's too thin probably to withstand an SEC grind. But if you're Merklinger, you have to think, okay, I was here last year, redshirted. I know the system. I like this job's mine.
Yeah.
You know, I should win this thing.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll have the confidence to go out there and get it done.
Yep. So it starts now, right?
Yeah, the competition's on.
Yep. So that's good stuff. Anything else on your heart, on your mind you want to talk about?
No, we're good. I think we covered all the things.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Except the obvious. What's going on at Abbey Nursing Home?
Well, I am glad you asked that because this week is a special week. This is nursing home week for all the nursing homes in all of America. So this is our big week. This is like our homecoming week. So we've had dress up days. We've had a lot of fun, different activities, banana splits. Tomorrow I'm manning the grill, hamburger and hot dog cookout. I'm hoping that I can talk Mr. Trenton into running you a tray down to the Food
really?
City. Hopefully, we'll see if I can do that because I won't be able to do it because I'll be grilling. But we want to include you in our cookout because it's going to be a fun time. Yeah, if you want to swing by, that's fine. Yeah,
I'll make it easy. How long? What's the cooking hours?
I'll start cooking about 10 o'clock. Our first folks take their break at 10:30, so I'll have stuff ready then. So if you wanted to come by, I could get it for you, and you could take it with you
on the way to
Food City. There you go.
I could have it eaten by the time I get to Food City.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can wear it out going down the road. I'll come by, get me a burger.
Yes,
on
sir.
The way. That'll be good. Tomorrow at Abbey Hall. So, Nursing Home Week takes special people to take care of the nursing home residents at Abbey Hall. You have a great staff.
Oh, we do, and this is our way to kind of show appreciation to them. We've had some door prizes that we've given out, but then our cookout, and then we give all of our staff a T-shirt that they seem to really enjoy. So, this is our week to kind of thank them.
If you're maxed out as far as folks, how many people can you handle?
101.
101.
Yep.
Are you maxed out?
We are not right now. We would love to have you if you need some short-term rehab. We have some rooms right now available, so love to have you.
Abbey Hall Nursing Home. How do you find them on the social media?
Abbey Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, and then our website's abbeyhallnursinghome.com.
There you go. So, my man, one of our great sponsors is Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show is Abbey Hall Nursing Home. The only one gets to be on there. So, there's been others inquired. We said, no.
We appreciate
Stick
that.
with Abbey Hall. So, 99 days out to football.
Man,
I appreciate you coming. So, you got everything done with the girls? Everything? They got school till next Friday. Got any more daddy-daughter dances or teas?
So, there's the crazy thing is, like, last week we had Elizabethton High School hosted the Student Government Association hosted a daddy-daughter dance. So we got dressed up for that one. So me and Catherine and Emma go to that with a bunch of other dads that we know. And then Emma has she's in Watts Dance Studio and they have their recital. And this year was the daddy-daughter dance. And so Emma's like, Daddy, I want you to dance with me. I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you sure about this? And she's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like, it was a legit dance. Like, we had to learn. They sent in a video. Like, I'm not talking to get up there and just kind of like wiggle. No, there were actual steps, like actual dancing. It was something.
Joseph was doing more than wiggling. He had to dance. He had to cut a rug.
Yeah. So we went to practice, and she's like, now guys, I just want you to know that when it says move your hips, like, don't just move your arms. Like, you got to move your hips.
There you go.
So
is there a video out there anywhere of you
there
dancing?
is. If you look on my Facebook, you can see where Leslie tagged me. So
we must see that.
Yeah, you can watch that.
Let's take a gander. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Quick break. We'll be right back. Mrs. Holtzclaw will come back in one more time to show you what's going on from Father's Day graduation here at the Jewelers Bench here in downtown Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Senator Creighton, you're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah. So direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature. Great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. We're talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfeld Drug Center, one of our proud sponsors of the show and Cyclone Sports. A lot of pharmacies out there, a lot of drugstores out there. Why, in your humble opinion, should we come and trade at Lingerfeld Drug Center?
Yes, I think our customers are our family. We treat people how I'd want my family to be treated. And that's, we can come in after hours for you if you need, or deliver to you. I think we just go the extra mile. A lot of times at a big chain or something, if you need a refill and it's out of refills, it's too bad. But we'll call the doctor, send them messages, and keep bothering them until they get them sent in to us. So we want to do everything we can to make sure our customers have their medicine and are happy.
Customer service, folks. Again, Lingerfeld Drug Center down here beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show one more time. Again, you want to listen to what she's got here for watches. We'll take a look at some watches now. She told us earlier, so well, let's wait till Mom gets on there. It says it has radio controls. What does that mean on this?
Oh, so that updates by satellites and stuff.
Okay, that's
so
what.
you don't have to update it yourself.
Okay, this is a watch, a Citizen's watch. It goes. That face does what? That inside the. Does that keep the hour or the minutes? That looks like the moon.
So days of the week, it'll tell you. That's probably set in maybe PM. So it just needs to be changed.
Anyway, that shows you that's a particular watch. Citizens, a silver band, $850 for Father's Day or graduation or for any time for that reason. So,
and you can
for that matter.
We can engrave these too. So we can engrave any of them.
Well, that's nice and heavy. Citizens watch here. This one goes for $250. Tell us about this one.
That one is an Echo Drive, so it's got a rechargeable cell in it. The rechargeable cells usually last about 10 to 15 years, so it's not like replacing a quartz battery. Yep.
So
all the time.
There's the band to show the band. Silver, great for a graduate. For a guy, I guess a lady can wear them, but it's primarily these are set up for guys, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So this one goes for another Citizens for $129.
That one's a quartz.
Tell us about this one, please.
So that one is battery operated.
Okay, $129.
White tone, metal bracelet.
You sell a bunch of them. Okay.
This one is an automatic.
What does that mean for us out there?
So it doesn't have a battery in it, and it pretty much charges up by movement.
Okay, $450. Turquoise face. So if you're a Tar Heel fan, that's a good thing because this kind of got the Carolina blue on it. If you're a turquoise of any school or just like that particular color, it's a
I think it's a pretty watch.
It is a pretty watch. There's a band on it. It's automatic. Citizens, right here at the jeweler's bench. Okay.
And this one's a two-toned.
Okay.
So, I mean,
it
can be dressy. It can be casual.
This goes for $139. Has a black face on it and there's two-tone band. Prettier in person, so come see these. Don't let this camera on the computer decide for you what you want to get. Come in here, look around. Guy came in was buying one when I showed up today. An older gentleman with bought a Citizens watch when we were walking in this morning. So set up. This one goes for $279, and this one goes also this is a Bearing watch. Tell us about this one.
So most of the Bearing watches have sapphire crystals, and that one is solar. They're typically a thinner, sleeker watch.
Okay. Very nice. And there's the band. Let me show you the band real quick. There you go. Prettier in person. So there you go.
And I sold one kind of like this the other day. I just got a ton of them back in stock.
And this is
The one I sold was a little different than that, but some gentleman came in and bought it.
this is $249. Well, I like this too.
Yeah.
Describe that.
He wanted a thin watch.
Mhm.
So, that was perfect.
There it is.
And they've got metal bands. There's some that have mesh bands.
And the one
And
you
like
got
I said,
on,
sapphire crystals.
the one you got on's it's a mesh band, isn't it? The one you're wearing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Let's show them what that is real quick. Well, you got
So a mesh band is like
there you
that.
go. There you go, right here. Perfect. So let me show the difference between a metal band and a mesh band. So, is there advantage or just personal preference?
It's just personal preference. I mean, the mesh bands aren't as bulky
Right.
as the regular metal bracelet bands, but personal preference.
Try to open up this thing, see how much this is.
I know the blue one I have is $239, and it's a
This is
solar,
close. This
so
is
that's
close.
probably the same. That one's going to be $239 also.
Okay. My big fat fingers can't open it up, but here it is.
Okay.
Here's the face of it. We showed it earlier in the show, but there
And
it is.
that one's
again.
all black, I think, isn't it?
A black mesh band, a black
Yep.
face with a little bit of blue on the outside.
Oh, blue on the face, yeah.
Blue and black, or black and blue. So there's that, and there's a glare. That's a little bit better right there to show you. And then we'll show you one more here. Hello, Amy Whitson. How you doing, dear? This one is dark blue and black with a mesh band. There's another Bearing watch for the guys for Father's Day or graduation. We showed you the E. Newtons earlier in the show for the ladies. And so these are guys' watches for Father's Day, which is 30 days from today.
That one's a nice one. It's $279.
Black and orange. Black face with an orange trim on it.
Yep.
So, Tennessee fan, Milligan, Elizabethan, Tusculum. Anybody's got orange and black, there it is. There's the metal band. Price point on this one is
$279.
$279 for this one. Now that on the inside of that has what? The hour and the second.
Yeah, so you got the sorry. I can't see.
I can't even, that's why I
It's
handed it
them.
to you. That's blind leading the blind. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, it's the second, and then like your 24-hour time.
Let's see if I can find. Talk.
That should be the days, but that only goes to 30. It looks like.
See, I put my eyeballs on, see if I can see what it does. Yep, 30. There's one says hours, one says seconds, and one has 30 days. You're right. This is a Bearing for $279. There it is, right here again at the jeweler's bench. All right. So, did we cover everything? Oh no, let's do this one up here because you know about this one. This is a Bearing. Look at that one. You can describe it because it shows the guts. Is what you said?
Yeah, that one's a Glock automatic.
Yep. Goes for $699. So this is a. See what it says here. It says a sapphire crystal, automatic movement, stainless steel case, silicone strap leather, water resistant, 3 years warranty.
And if you want a metal band for that, I can also order metal bands for those.
Yep. There's the face. There's the bands. It says Glock on it. And this last one I want to show has got a really cool case. Put this right here. Because we're getting ready to put them all back in the case. But this has got a really cool case to it. And it has two bands. So here's, you can hold that. You can be my band out here for a second. And then it shows two different bands. You got a mesh, black mesh, or an orange We call
And
this,
these are easily to interchange, so you can change these yourselves. It's kind of like the Apple Watch.
yeah.
You just slide that in there and it'll fall into place. But pretty cool.
Yep, show you that one right there. You hold this, we'll swap, and I'll
Okay.
show them the face with 2 different watch bands comes with it in that little case, which is cool. Wrap it up and give it for Father's Day or graduation. That's from Glock. You sell a lot of Glocks, don't you?
Yeah, quite a few. I had one guy special order one this week.
Yep. So goes in, I always think the cool cases is what that really sells for me. Just
Yeah, and the other ones, they come in a little case that looks like the gun case.
gun case. Yep.
So super cute.
There it is, ready to go. Ready to put some custom wrapping for you right here. Free wrapping on anything you buy here at the Jeweler's Bench, and out the door you go. So there you go. We've hit E. Newton, we've hit Bearing, we've hit Citizen, hit the pocket watches. Man, I'm telling you, if I needed a
You
pocket
did
watch,
necklaces,
did necklaces,
bracelets.
yeah. Gosh, I love this pocket watch. I don't need one, but because I got one from the Jeweler's Bench. Well, I promised them I'd show mine, so let's do that real quick. Watch me tear the chain, bust the chain, get it out of my pocket. Nope. They probably can't see it. Well, there you go. All right. Bought this myself, treated myself on this one. On the front of it says Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Okay. Then on the inside, there is the face. On the back of it, which is even cooler what John did, he actually put the verse on there. Is that not cool?
It is cool.
That is the coolest.
Looks good.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not on your understanding. In all that way acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. So there it is on the back of my pocket watch. In the front of it, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. That's a John Holtzclaw special right there. So, and he did it for me. He can do it for anybody, right?
Yes.
Yeah, does
Sure
it.
can.
Does it every day.
Even if you want it in somebody's handwriting, we can do it in their handwriting too.
I could sign my name.
So you can sign your name, and then I can engrave something with your signature on it.
Well, that's neat. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a thought starter for Christmas.
Yep.
So, do you want to know? You hate this, do you?
No, please don't.
You want me to tell you?
I don't want to know.
Okay. Well, I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to tell you to close your ears. And, well, that's football, 99 days. Let's see, Christmas Eve. 8 days till Christmas Eve. Okay. All right. Cover your ears. Here, I'll just do it. Look that way. Look away.
I'm going to look that way.
That's how many days. One more time. Look the other way. She gives her the willies. That's how many days left till Christmas. There you go. You're a hoot. You're a hoot, I'll tell you. There's only one, Jerry Holtzclaw. They broke the mold. She's dandy. So, we've got, did we covered everything? I think we hit, not really, but we have. We covered the Warmies. We've covered the Glocks, the E. Newtons, the Pandora bracelets. That sale's still going on, right?
Yes.
Yep. So you spend up to $150, you get a silver free Pandora's bracelet, which is right there in the case. And if you spend up to $225, you get a free gold Pandora's bracelet, absolutely free. So that's just part of it. And let's see, anything else you want me to? We normally talk pearls. We did pearls last time, so we did birthstone jewelry. Oh, there it is. Yeah. That the Pandora? That's the free one? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you spend $150. I'm going to take it out of his bag real quick.
And I only have one of the gold ones, I think, left.
Sold them all?
Yeah. I only have the 8.3.
How do we get this open?
Oh, that's sealed.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right. So I'm going to show that right there. And that's going to be a terrible example, but that gives you an idea because inside that plastic. But that's okay. You get that free. Look here. You are so good. She's opening one up. You're hired. Look at that. Okay, put your hand back there, something they can see it. There you go. Give them the backdrop. There you go. You spend $150, you get that free from Pandora and the Jeweler's Bench. And there's one gold for when you spend $225. So there you go. Good. Anything you want to leave us with?
I mean, shop for your graduates, shop for your dads. Dads kind of get the shorter than the stick sometimes. So, you know,
Man.
they're just as important as us moms. So,
Yeah. They have lots of options. We showed you the crosses earlier. If you want to go back and watch the segment, just once we go off, you can go back and zip back through and look for that particular segment. On the crosses, we showed you 6 different crosses, more than that here for the guys. We did some necklaces or ID bracelets, I guess, for guys. And we did watches. And we did the E. Newton jewelry for the ladies for graduation and or Mother's Day. So, good stuff.
good stuff.
Been a good start 2025, or say good start.
It
We're
it
almost
has
halfway
been.
through.
I mean, it's been
Steady.
steady. It's been
Yep.
pretty busy. So, can't complain.
Got some folks in right now. So,
Yep.
and typically this is not the busy time. Typically it's the obvious, the holidays, Mother's Day, but it stays steady in here all the time.
Yep.
Watch battery replacements. You're looking for to get your watch battery replaced. They can do that. They do it. I guarantee you, it's not a day's gone by you've done a watch battery.
No, there's always a watch battery.
At least one-
Typically, we can do it while you wait.
Yep.
If we're not busy with people, but
Yeah. I've watched you go in and pop the back off, put a new battery in, and pop it back in there and bring them in within 5 or 10 minutes.
Yep.
So they can do it, so stand there and wait on it. Good stuff. Okay, social media.
is Facebook and Instagram.
The website is
JewelersBench10.com.
Phone number to call is
423-542-5600.
There you go. See you next month.
I'll be here.
Yep. We're here every month.
Yep.
How many years have we been coming
Appreciate
here?
I mean,
I
I would say at least.
Before COVID, wasn't it?
Was it before?
Oh,
or
yes.
after?
Well, let's see. I just finished my
COVID was-
7th year doing the Cyclones. You've been with me all the time.
Not the whole time, but maybe
You picked up-
5-6 years.
You came in
I guess.
after the first year. I came in to get these rings cleaned, and that's how it all got started. So
Yep.
here we is. So
Here we are.
here we are, rocking and rolling. So let's let her. You see her one more time, because I want her to show. Let's see, which one did I do? It's up here. I was going to ask her why the jeweler's bench, but she can tell that right here, right now. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll come back after this from Sherry Holtzclaw on the jeweler's bench on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Our buddy Sherry Holtzclaw, the owner of the jeweler's bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores. Why trade at the jeweler's bench?
So we've been in business for 26 years. John is the jeweler. Everything is done here. It stays here. We do not send anything out. You know, you go and buy from Zales or somewhere like that, you've got to send it off, and it's 4 weeks or whatever. But if you have any issues with your pieces, then he's here and you can talk to him face to face. You know, we've got great employees, great customers that have become pretty much family, and we are, you know, like you had mentioned, on some of second generation of people coming in. And, you know, I think it says a lot being in business in a small town for almost 26 years.
Yep. You served your mom and dad, and now the kids are grown up, and you're serving them now. Take care of their jewelry needs as well. So, I mean, they're running the full slate. Watches, rings, Pandora. Oh, gosh. What else? You've got the Glock. You've got the Bearing watches. You got the G-Shocks. What else you got? What other watches?
So we have watches. So you said Citizens, Bearing, G-Shock. That's, yeah, I've got a new, some new bearings coming in soon.
So, full line of watches, full line of everything you need right here. The full-time jewelry store with the jewelry repair. The jeweler's bench. Hours are open.
So we're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Great sponsor. Been at it a long time. Been love promoting the jeweler's bench right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And Elizabeth from Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, big thanks again to the obvious. Sherry Holtzclaw and Dana came by, her daughter, and did a great job. And we also were treated with guest appearances by Greg Salyer, Mr. Baseball, and Joseph Taylor. So appreciate these guys very much, and ladies. So the Jewelers Bench, you know the old adage, be loyal, buy local, buy it here. They depend on your sales tax, because here's how it works. When we pay sales tax, they put in the kitty, and they go and pay sales tax in the city, because they're a city-based company, obviously. And then the city turns around with that tax dollars and buys fire trucks and ambulances and I don't know what else they buy, school buses, things that you need, and infrastructure. So that's how this whole thing works. So we appreciate you being loyal and buying local, coming here and buying it. You can get it on the internet, sure, but you're not going to get what you get here. That's the customer service. You won't get the pricing you get here for sure. As John said, you come here, you're guaranteed about 20 or 30% discount compared to other jewelry stores in the Tri-Cities. So, again, they stay hopping. We appreciate them very much. Thank you for being with us. The Jewelers Bench, we're right here located on the main drag, right across from Port Travis Deli, our great sponsor, and also right across the street from Hardee's. So you can't miss it. We're right here on the main drag. And so here in downtown Elizabethton. Thanks for watching the show. Back with you again tomorrow. We'll do it all over again from Food City. Kicking off the weekend on a Food City Friday. Let's wrap it up as we always do. Man, we're 30 minutes past the time to get off there, but that's the beauty. We can stay on. I can stay till 6 o'clock if we need to. Isaiah 41:13 says, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you." It's a good way to end it. Excellent verse. Isaiah 41:13, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you." That's the verse today here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back again with you tomorrow at 11 o'clock from Food City. Until then, we'll say, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2289. Tomorrow will be 2290 from Food City. But thanks for watching today's 2289.